Why do we have the dreams that we do? If you've ever taken an interest in your dreams, then you try and look for some kind of pattern, some kind of meaning. I dreamt about my compass the other night. That's right, my compass. No doubt you can imagine all kinds of symbolism to do with compasses. Perhaps there's a meaning there. But also I'd been talking about compasses to a friend of mine the previous day. And I'd mentioned my compass. And I dreamt about it. So that seems like quite a good explanation for why I dreamt about my compass. It's because I'd been talking about my compass. But why, of all the experience in my day, did my dream choose that particular topic? I was talking about all sorts of other things with my friend, far more dramatic and impression making than compasses. But for some reason, that's what my dream conscious presented me with. So we look for meaning in dreams. But if you actually have studied your dreams at all, and perhaps tried to record them, and many people do this, but I found it a task. I found it to be a task that began to take over, because the more I started taking note of my dreams, the more I became aware of the dreams, and the more dreams there seemed to be. In fact, there came a point where I wasn't sure what a dream was anymore, because there were just so many images coming into awareness, streams of images. This is the hypnagogic stream, just pouring out. There's a stream of images, and not just images, but music as well. Other senses are also coming into play, all just pouring out continuously. I couldn't possibly take a record of it all. And this is what's going on. This is what's going on. There's a stream of creation going on. And a little part of our consciousness takes hold on some aspect of it. We might ask ourselves, well, why does our consciousness take a particular part of it? Well, you can keep asking these questions, but the answer is, well, why not? All I would suggest is that if you've got a choice of taking a happy part of it, then take the happy part, rather than take the scary or anxious or frightening part. If you're going to make any discrimination at all, then make that one. I'm talking about the dream state, and exactly the same thing applies to the dream state. Why are things the way they are now? Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling right now? Why are events the way they are right now? Vasistha continued. In the very beginning of creation, whatever dreamlike appearance arose in the infinite consciousness has remained as this creation till now. Well, this is given the impression that creation took place in the past. There's just an ongoing stream. And whether you want to look for meaning in that stream or not, it's up to you. But I suggest you just accept the streaming of creation. Accept that things change. And if things are particularly unpleasant for you, then you do what you can to change them. But if it's not within your power to change them, then bear in mind that things pass, things change, everything changes. And when you do that, there's a possibility that you can get in touch with something sublime. However, consciousness is indivisible and extremely subtle, and therefore in it there is no diversity, even now. So what you can get in touch with is consciousness, which might not sound very appealing. Consciousness isn't a word which has got a particularly inspiring resonance. Sometimes it might be better to talk about God, actually, if you have a positive, uncluttered resonance with that word. Creation, existence, and dissolution are non-existent in the vision of the enlightened ones like us. Creation, existence, and dissolution. I just mentioned God, but what we have here is the Hindu Trinity. Creation is Brahma, existence is Vishnu, and dissolution is Shiva. This is the operation of consciousness. This is consciousness as a process. Consciousness creates notions. Consciousness maintains these notions, gives them continuity, sustains them. This is Vishnu. And dissolution is when you realize that it's all notional and there's the possibility of awakening. So this is not only the process of consciousness, it's the process of spiritual practice. It's self-inquiry, or just inquiry. You can see this in the Christian Trinity as well. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The Father is the Creator. The Son represents continuity, sustaining it, sustaining the notions. And the Holy Ghost is the divine revelation of insubstantiality. It's exactly the same. And we're told that these are non-existent in the vision of the enlightened one. Because when you've got the dissolution, when you've got the divine revelation of insubstantiality, what you've got is the Godhead. You've got Brahman. You've got the Absolute. You're in the realization of pure consciousness.